Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my finished and completed Thankful 30 2022. So this year I decided to go really simple, just document the things I'm thankful for, and I'm so happy I did that because I was able to finish on time and I was having fun. I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel like I had to, kind of work on this all the time just so I can finish it. So I always recommend this. You do not have to do what everybody else is doing. Just make sure that you are creating something you enjoy creating and making. And also remember, it's all about documenting those moments, whatever you're thankful for. So it's not about the layout itself. It's not about making all the interactive elements and making it big, different, and better than the next person. It's about creating something that's memorable and documenting those moments. So as you guys know, I used a Fields notebook, and I was able to just use one because I used one page per prompt. And I also used the Feed Your Craft prompts as well. These prompts are available on my Pinterest board and also Feed Your Craft as well. These prompts are done by Elise. So if you want these prompts, you can even check out her Instagram, which I will link down in the description box for you. But this should be fast because, like I said, I kept it very simple. So we're just going to go through my prompts and what I documented and how I kept it pretty simple. I'm so happy that I kept it simple because I was kind of overwhelmed this year and I had so many other projects to work on. So keeping this simple was the right way to go. Now, I do apologize for not sharing a lot of my process videos. I say this all the time. As a content creator and someone who loves to create and document my life, I do have a lot of projects and I don't get to share all of them with you, but I do like to share the flip through so you can kind of see the overview of my project and how it came together. So let's get to it. I kept it simple. I went with the white field notes and I used a little die cut, or I think it was a sticker, and I just added some tape so it can kind of pop off the page, and added this little circle in the middle so my sweater can kind of pop up from the background. And I just added 2022 and we get right into it. So I'm going to bring my prompts here so I can see them. So our first prompt was something about your personality. So I basically just documented myself and little things about myself that I like. I kept my notebook cohesive. This is another reason why I was able to finish it quickly. I kept the same photo size, which was like a square Polaroid. I used the same stamps over and over. So I kept with my alpha stamps, I kept with my journaling stamp and my number stamps. So keeping it cohesive really helps kind of finish the project quickly. So basically, as I said earlier, keeping my photos as Polaroids really helped because I was able to add my title directly on my Polaroid. And I also stamped out a journaling spot. Again, this kept my journaling simple because I had to fit it in this little spot, and using the same number stamp, kind of helped keep everything cohesive as well. So I stamped out my title, added my journaling, and I was just talking about my confidence as a 45-year-old and how I wish I had that confidence as a kid, but I'm so happy with how I feel right now and basically not comparing myself to others and just enjoying who I am and what I produce and what I create, and being happy with who I am, where I am today. Just basically being happy with me. But anyways, our next prompt was something about you physically. So I decided to document my tattoos. I love my tattoos. They mean a lot to me. So I basically kind of talked about how one of my tattoos is a heart, but the heart is created by my kids' initials in Arabic. And then I also talked about my flock of birds, which represents my family. So I have 4 birds for me, my husband, and my 2 kids. Our third prompt was your significant other or a best friend. I decided to document my close friend Elizabeth. She's beautiful inside and out, and I had to include her in my Thankful 30. Prompt number 4 was your children or pets. So I decided to go with my kids, my two rascals, and as you can see in the photo, they definitely are rascals. I also wanted to mention that I kept my embellishments simple. So I kept it to 1 to 2 embellishments per page. I didn't want this to get too chunky. And also, again, I wanted to keep it simple. So I just kind of went through my embellishments and used whatever I found, whatever I felt like went well, like this beautiful leaf. I thought it was cute, simple enough, and I was able to kind of layer my photo with it, just using stickers and layering my photo as well. That really helped make the layouts kind of pop. Prompt number 5 was a family member. So I decided to document my sisters. They are beautiful. I love them very much. They're like second mothers to my kids. And so I just layered it with washi tape, which turned out really cute and simple. Our 6th prompt was the town, city, suburb, countryside that you call home. So I documented our little city here and just journaled about it. This one was really simple. I basically added some washi tape as layering for my photo and just added a die cut. Prompt number 7, an item that makes your home a home. I went with my bed and my bedroom. This is a place for me to rest and relax, so I had to document that. Again, keeping it simple, just adding some die cuts around my photo, and then, just basically called it done. I did add a little bit of stamping. I did add stamping within and throughout. Again, I didn't want to bulk up my notebook, so stamping is the way to go. Prompt number 8 was an appliance. So I went with, of course, my Dyson. I love this thing. I have 2 Dysons, but this one's a favorite. It's the cordless, and I had to document it and talk about it. I did have some vacuum stamps, which was a lot of fun to use and stamp out and color in. Again, I tried to use a lot of stamping over embellishments just so this doesn't bulk up. And I do have process videos for the first few spreads, I think up to day 8. And then I kind of disappear and just start working on this on my own. Okay, so prompt number 9 was transportation. And I had to document my new car. So I've had this car for a year now, and I love it. I'm so happy that I took that plunge and bought a new car. As you guys know, buying a new car is not a small task, but I wanted to document that, just journaled about it. I had this little die cut that said drive, so I included it in my layout. Prompt number 10 was a TV show or movie, and I went with Behind Her Eyes. I love this show. It's like a mini series, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I still think about it today. And even though I watched it in the beginning of the year, I thought I wanted to document that one. I think that was one of my favorites this year. Prompt number 11, a song or book. So I went with, first of all, my audiobooks. I'm really enjoying audiobooks, especially for memoirs. And I wanted to document one of my favorites this year was Matthew McConaughey's Green Light. And so I just took a picture of my watch with my audiobook and journaled about that. That book is so good. If you haven't read it, you must. It is a total must read. Prompt number 12 was a sport or hobby. So obviously I had to document my love for journaling. I just grabbed a picture of my passion planner with my stamping and everything, and just kind of talked about how I have been enjoying journaling. I've been doing it for several years, and I think I will be doing it for the rest of my life, honestly. It's just the best medicine and a great way to be creative. Prompt number 13, your drink. I'm always thankful for my coffee. It gives me that boost of energy, wakes me up in the morning, and I've been really good lately, not drinking too much coffee, but drinking enough to help me get through the day. So, prompt number 14, a delicious meal. I wanted to document my breakfasts with my parents. I try to go at least once a week and have breakfast with them. And I enjoy that day so much because I get to catch up with them and see them and spend that time with them. So I documented my breakfasts with my parents. Prompt number 15, an even more delicious dessert. So I had to document knafa. This is a Middle Eastern dessert. It is so good. And when we get to have it, it's such a delight because basically it's not hard to make, but you have to have the right ingredients for it. And it's not like available everywhere. So we don't get to eat it all the time. But when we do, I enjoy it, and I was able to have knafe this year at least 4 times. So that was a win. Prompt number 16 was something you made, and I wanted to document my Scrappy Spiral notebook class. I loved putting this class together. My Scrappy Spiral notebook has become a favorite this year. I've discovered this notebook in the beginning of the year, and I have become obsessed, and I know a lot of you have as well. And creating this class for my crafty friends has been amazing. And as always, I'm always so thankful for everybody's support for purchasing this class. So I documented that and I just used my class photo and added that. I did layer it with some sticky notes, some craft paper, and a little notebook sticker. Prompt number 17 is a color, and yellow always makes it into my Thankful 30. I did mix in some black and grays because I have been using those colors a lot this year. I just took a picture of my tombos because those are like my go-to markers, and just layered my photo with some yellow scrapbooking paper and a little word sticker. Prompt number 18 is a luxury. So this year I have discovered Ander, and this company has leather goods. Oh my gosh, you guys. I purchased their crossbody and their wallet, and I fell in love. I have become a fan, and now I'm obsessed. So it is kind of pricey, but it's so worth it. I got to treat myself. I've been using the same purse for like the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. So it was time to try something new and treat myself. I did layer my photo and my spread with these beautiful flowers. I did use these flowers twice in my journal. I love these flowers. They're just so pretty, and they're from Studio Calico. So I basically just used those. They're kind of like doodly flowers. Added my journaling and called prompt number 18 done. So prompt number 19 was I think it was an appliance. Yeah, a piece of equipment. And I had to document my photo printers. I'm so thankful for my photo printers. They make my life easier. As someone who's always printing photos, this has just made everything easier for me. I get to print all the different sizes. I do have an Epson PictureMate and my selfie printer. Those are my two favorites. So I wanted to document those. I kept my layout simple. I just layered it with some washi tape and a stamp. Prompt number 20 is something that has made your life easier. You guys, this watch, I was fighting it for the longest time. I was not going to buy an Apple Watch, and I was just fighting it all the time until my kids got it for me for Mother's Day, and I'm obsessed. It truly makes my life easier in different ways. It is not a must. It's definitely a luxury, but I've really been enjoying it this year, and I just wanted to document it and be thankful for the little things that I have, and the big ones, the luxury stuff as well. Anyways, prompt number 21, something that has stood the test of time, and my Kindle Oasis has truly stood the test of time. I love this thing. This is another thing that I was fighting, and I kept going back and forth until a few years ago when I think it was Black Friday sale, and it went on sale, and I was like, this is the time to try it. And I'm not joking. I've tried every single Kindle, but the Kindle Oasis wins it all. It's just amazing. I love it. It's not a must again, but I'm thankful that I am able to buy these little things for myself and treat myself, especially if you're a big reader. I definitely recommend the Kindle Oasis. Okay, so prompt number 22 is cool weather apparel. So I had to document Sabine rocking my merch, our peaches. And I love this photo because she's so sassy in here. And then I just stamped out sweater weather, a little beanie, added a leaf, just little things that went well with my sweater weather. And I'm just kind of talking about how I'm thankful that I have merch and that people are actually purchasing my merch, which is amazing. I'm always so grateful for my supporters and my crafty friends for always supporting me, and of course for my kids for rocking my merch. Prompt number 23 is a bright, sunshiny day. I love my sunshiny days, especially in the winter, because I love that feeling when it's cold outside, but it's sunny and the sun hits your face and you're just wearing your sweaters and jackets. So I definitely kind of documented that and talked about how thankful I am for sun in the winter. And then prompt number 24 was a gray day. I also do love gray days, and I'm thankful for gray days because I get to stay in, probably read a book, enjoy my time at home. So I'm always thankful for that as well. And there's a lot of those gray days in Georgia. Prompt number 25, stop and smell the flowers or anything in nature. I love it when the leaves change color and they fall. It just makes me so happy. It's such a pretty season. So I basically just documented my love for fall season, and I added some leaves next to my photo, stamped here and now, and kept it simple. Prompt number 26 was a trip. So I wanted to document driving about an hour or so to go see my sister and my brother-in-law. He had lost his father. I wanted to kind of talk about how thankful I am for family, because even though the trip was not a happy trip and it wasn't like a celebration or anything, but I wanted to kind of document how family's always there for each other. And we were with him all day and spent the day with him. So it was just a moment that I really wanted to be thankful for and mention in my Thankful 30. Prompt number 27 is a laugh out loud moment. This was totally a laugh out loud moment because my husband found this dog roaming the streets while he was walking our dog. And we had to bring him home, and my dog, Stitch, was not having it. We were trying to contact the owner, and so we were waiting on the owner to respond. So the dog spent a few hours with us, and Stitch was just so jealous. We were cracking up because this dog was so friendly and so adorable, but Stitch was just not having it. He didn't want him in his backyard. He didn't want him in his house. He just didn't want him around him at all. So it was a laugh out loud moment, and just I kind of journaled about it. So I was thankful for being able to laugh, especially when you're kind of worried about this dog that was just roaming the streets. Anyways, moving on, prompt number 28, smell, sight, sound, taste, or touch. I went with this photo of my mom and Sabine. It's such a special photo and moment when Sabine asked mom to help her or teach her how to sew. And I just love these moments and the sight. And I'm so thankful for them because my parents treat the kids so wonderfully. And my kids are very attached to my parents. And just going to my mom and kind of asking for help makes me happy. And basically, we went home with an old sewing machine from mom, which also made Sabine happy. So I'm thankful for those moments. I also did use the sewing machine stamp. I love this stamp set. It's from the Paper Person shop. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would be able to use the sewing machine, but now that Sabine is sewing, I can use that stamp set all the time. Prompt number 29, a surprise. We had the best surprise in November. So while we were at my sister's, she surprised us with an old friend. We didn't know she was coming, and even our friend didn't even know that her husband had set this up with my sister. So it was so much fun. I loved that moment. It was such a great surprise, and I was very thankful for it and had to add it into my journal. Last but not least, prompt number 30 is a tradition, and I had to document Thanksgiving. It is a tradition to have family and cook, and I really enjoyed this year. It was very mellow. We actually had Thanksgiving at our house, and I just invited mom and dad, and then we all went to my brother's for dessert. So it was a great moment. I love this tradition. Honestly, for us, it is not about Thanksgiving. It's more about family and just getting together while everybody's off of work and we can see each other and catch up. So I love this tradition and it had to go into my journal. But that's about it, you guys. As you can see, oh, and I did have to say this. I did layer my photo with a turkey stamp. It is so cute. And then I just stamped this little stamp here right above my photo. I kept everything simple. As you can see, they're just really beautiful, simple layouts. And I was able to document everything I'm thankful for in a simple way and actually finish my journal, which makes me so happy. And if you see this, they all look very similar, but not, because I kept with the same alphas, the same journaling spot and number stamp. So it just made the process so much easier. And I was able to finish and document all the things I'm thankful for. So I definitely recommend it. Keep it simple. Even if you're doing a December daily this year, I definitely recommend keeping it simple. You really don't have to go all out. You don't have to do all those interactive elements and try to overdo it with your project. If you keep things simple, document the moment, that's what's important. And you still get a beautiful little notebook, even if you went with a bigger notebook. But anyways, you still come up with a beautiful project that documents your favorite moments or what you're thankful for. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching my flip through. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.